here is my question. This is a question which all of you really will have to think. But before that, please close your laptops. People who are still on your laptops, please close your laptops. Sunita, especially. Right, thank you. So, what is a relationship? Please define it. What is a relationship? And I know there is no single definition for it, but tell me your definition for it. What is a relationship?
It's an association with any individual at any level.
Okay, yes. Something else?
A bond.
A bond. Something else?
Yeah, a bond with trust.
A bond with trust. Okay, something else? And you can give me any definition. Personal life, professional life, that's all right. But just give me a definition of what is a relationship as per you. And there is no right or wrong definition, so just give me some definition, quickly.
A string of connections.
A string of connections, okay.
Meeting of minds.
Meeting of minds.
Can be positive or negative.
Yeah.
It can be positive or negative, very good. Something else? So here is how I would like to define relationships for you today. Listen to it very carefully, because this one part of the workshop, if you even learn this and you take away only this part of the workshop, I promise you, half of the problems in your relationships will disappear. Half, if not less. Alright, only this part of the workshop. Okay. Relationships, as per me, are reflections. Write that down, by the way, and I'll explain that. Relationships are reflections. Relationships are reflections. Now, if you see on the chart paper here, I have drawn an R with a reflection of the R there. So relationships are, everybody say that together please, relationships are reflections. What does that mean? Can somebody clarify?
It's symbiotic.
But give me a little detail. What do we mean by when I say relationships are reflections? What does it really mean?
What you can do, we can only who you can relate with, because of indirectly they are.
That is one part. What else?
What you give is what you take.
Yeah.
What you give is what you take. Okay, something else?
It's a mirror image.
It's a mirror image. Yes, it's a mirror image. Correct. What else?
Like-minded.
Like-minded. All right. There's a deeper meaning. There's a surface meaning and there's a deeper meaning. The surface meaning is, yes, that it's a mirror image and the kind of people you are is the kind of people you will meet, which we all know. Is that right? So, in fact, we always get friendly with whom, with what kind of people? Whom we can relate to, which is our kind of people, yes or no?
Yes.
Now, doesn't mean they have habits like yours, but they think like you. Is that right? Yes. So, the mentality is the same, the value systems are the same. Is that right? So, you'll see a certain community gets along with the same community. And because the value systems are the same. Is that right? Okay, that's why the South Indians prefer more the South Indian community, and then so on and so forth with every community in the world. So if you will see, if the South Indians come to Maharashtra, they'll find South Indian friends here also. And if the Maharashtrians go there, they'll somehow find Maharashtrians there also. Yes or no? Yes. You know, you'll observe when the Indians go to US, they form a community there. Yes or no? Yes. Is that a coincidence? No. Everybody forms a community everywhere because the mind wants our kind of people everywhere. Yes or no? Yes. But that's a surface meaning. The deeper meaning is, here is the deeper meaning. So the reason we're having managing relationships at work kind of a workshop, because we really want to manage what in a relationship? Expectations, which is conflicts, problems. Is that right? Yes. Now here is the deeper meaning. When we say relationships are reflections, whenever you are upset with anybody, listen to this carefully, whenever you are upset with anybody, you are upset because you are seeing a part of you in them. And you don't like that part of you in them. This is a little complicating, so listen to it very carefully. If, for an example, what's your name, sir, again? Sam, right? Sam. Let's say I am upset with Sam about not being a responsible person. Now, as per the definition, if relationship is really a reflection, what does it mean? Why am I upset with him? Yes. And not only that, somewhere down the line, not only am I not responsible, but I don't acknowledge that about myself. And neither have I forgiven myself about it. I have no tolerance about me being irresponsible. So I have no tolerance about him being irresponsible. And every time I see that, my reflection in him, do I like that reflection? No. You know, it's like you get up in the morning, sometimes you have a late night parties. Do we have late night parties sometimes? Yes. Okay, and you have drinks sometimes. And when you get up in the morning, you know how your face looks? So you go to the reflection in the mirror, and sometimes you don't like what you see. Yes or no? Yes. So you get upset. And you break the mirror. But does it change who you are? No. That's exactly what happens in a relationship. In the relationship, whatever you truly are inside you is what you will see highlighted in the other person. You will see highlighted in the other person. And when you see it, if it is something you don't like about yourself, what you see in the other person, you will not like the other person, you will hate the other person. But if you see something that you like about yourself, you will like the other person. You know, that's why trainers like trainers, bankers like bankers. If you like that quality about yourself, you meet more bankers, will you like them? Yes or no? Yes. You will like them. Like mothers get along with mothers. Isn't that true? In the office, you'll see same kind of people get along with same kind of people. Because they like what they see in the other person about themselves is what they really like. They don't really like the other person. They like themselves in the other person. That's a reflection. And Byron Katie, who's one of the biggest authors in the world in relationships, she said that every relationship in the world is a reflection. There is nobody out there. There's only a mirror out there, which is only showing you a part of yourself. So if you're truly upset with somebody, why are you upset? Because you're upset with yourself. You know what? When you're upset with yourself, do you ever acknowledge that? When is the last time you said, I'm very upset with myself, I'm wrong? Do we say that very frequently? No. Very frequently? No. Not very frequently. And all that upset is suppressed inside. All that upset about ourselves is suppressed inside. No? And small things. So one person asked me in this workshop once, about this reflection. He said, Mitesh, see, I'm a very responsible person by nature. I'm a very disciplined person by nature. And I don't like people who are indisciplined. So where does it seem to match this definition? Then here's my question. I asked him, I said, can you tell me 5 places where you're indisciplined? He says, no. But look at it deeply. Do you think he'll be able to find 5 places where he's indisciplined also? Do you think so? Everybody can. Everybody can. If you look deep enough, everybody makes mistakes. Yes or no? Yes. And people say you don't make mistakes but don't? Acknowledge. Yeah, but people say make mistakes but don't? Repeat them. Can you show me one person in the world who's never repeated a mistake? We all repeat mistakes. We are all indisciplined in some areas of our life. Yes or no? Yes. And wherever we are indisciplined is what we are not acknowledging about ourselves. And when we don't acknowledge that about ourselves, we've completely forgotten that part. But then I meet this person who's being irresponsible, and that the same thing irritates me. It doesn't irritate other people around him. Have you observed that in your office? That one quality irritates me about him. So there's one quality in him which irritates me. But the same quality doesn't irritate the other people around him. Have you seen that? Yeah. Well, why is that happening? Why is it that I get irritated about one quality where others don't get irritated about the same quality? Because that's my reflection, not the other person's reflection. The day that person has the same reflection, that also person will start getting irritated. It's a very deep meaning. So whenever you're irritated with somebody, ask yourself, have I done this somewhere? Can I find 5 places where I've done this? And believe me, you'll find it. So there are different kind of reflections you'll get irritated about. One reflection can be where you've done it somewhere. I'll give you a very simple example. When we're, especially in Mumbai, how many of you drive? How many of you drive? How many of you come by locals or public transport? Okay. Sometimes when you're driving or even when you're on the local transport, other people make mistakes and you get irritated on them. Yes or no? Yeah, when, especially the rickshawalas. And you're driving and they come in front of you, or the cycle wala comes in front of you and you use those 2 beautiful words. You remember? But have you done those similar mistakes sometimes? Hello? Yes. Now, if you remember your own mistake, the moment you remember your own mistake, now visualize yourself driving on the road right now. And remember that you've also made mistakes. Now let's say you see another person making a mistake, but you remember that you also make mistakes. Now when the person makes a mistake, what do you feel about him? होता है मैंने किया एक हाथ बार नहीं किया बहुत बार किया हमने कितनी बार ब्रेक सिग्नल तोड़ा है एक हाथ बार many times yes or no and that reflection we get irritated about the other person. It is not a coincidence that we get irritated only about specific things in